What's up everyone, this is me, XDub Production, and today we are going to be testing out LEGO Star Wars sets for what they're meant to be. We're going to be testing out a bunch of different sets, starting off with an ATTE, and as you all know by now, if you've watched the Clone Wars, an ATTE is supposed to be able to climb walls. So that's the first thing we're going to test, and let's get into it. Okay, so here is the ATTE. It came out in 2022, and it's, as you all know, it can go over all kinds of different types of terrain. So the first thing we're going to actually test is a battle pack. So we're going to see how it withstands going over a battle pack, and the battle pack we're going to test is the 501st Specialist Battle Pack. So if we just tilt the camera down like this, we're basically just going to see how well it walks over it. And I think it should work pretty well. I mean, it's an ATTE, of course. Seems to work pretty well. Basically, any way I put it, it's mostly standing together. So, yeah, it seems to be working fairly well, other than losing one lag, which is actually a pretty easy fix. Just take the lag and it just pops back on like so. There we go. I put it on the wrong spot though. There we go. So it worked pretty decently to a battle pack, and well, basically like going over rocky terrain. The next thing we are going to try is seeing how well it can basically climb this rock wall, I guess if you can put it as. So we're just going to bring the camera back a bit because we already know how this is going to go. And then I'm just going to hold on to it with its little hook. And then it's supposed to be able to climb up. So basically how it would work is it would be just climbing up. And then it would be climbing. And then of course it would fall because it doesn't work like it's supposed to. So yeah, it really didn't withstand this too well. Let's just lift this up to take a closer look. The back is completely demolished, as well as a lag. So I think it's safe to say an ATTE cannot withstand climbing a wall. Okay, so as we all know by now, ATATs are known for basically falling on their face. Specifically using a snow speeder. And today we're going to test how well this ATAT falls on its face. So, a snow speeder uses this little hook right here to basically grab onto the ATAT's legs. And really, it wraps around all four legs, but ours isn't long enough. So basically what I'm going to do is just hold on to this side and see how it works. So I could also even just hook it on right here, and it should work like so. So basically we just have our snow speeder just flying around, shooting at everything, and it'll just go yank. And wow, this ATAT actually held up pretty well. And what we're just going to do now is see if it will go in for another attack. And it will just hook on. And then it would take it out like so. So it takes 2 attacks for this snow speeder to take down this ATAT. Which is actually pretty good for a snow speeder. Or pretty good for the ATAT. The snow speeder should be able to do it a lot better. So, really, I think the ATAT held up pretty well. With that said, though, we do have a bunch more sets to have a look at, so let's quickly move on to the next one. As we all know by now, Anakin Skywalker has went through quite a few of his starships. And I think he's about to go through another one. So basically, we're just going to test it, this starfighter, and see how strong it will hold up by flying. So I'm just going to count down by 3, and we're going to see how well this flies. Let's just come back here and actually go in 0.5 so you can get the best view. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. So this starfighter actually held up pretty nicely. As we can see, all that it lost was one engine. And the wings are a little bit beat up, but nothing too bad because it just fits back together. So all in all, Anakin Skywalker survived this one. As we all know by now, TIE fighters or TIE fighter pilots at least, are not the smartest, as we've seen throughout many Star Wars films. So basically, its true nemesis is an X-Wing. So basically, this X-Wing is just gonna quickly and swiftly take out this TIE fighter. So really, this TIE fighter has no chance because it's a TIE fighter. Yeah, just like what we predicted. No chance whatsoever. And let's just say, the TIE fighter pilot has seen better days. Although he's probably still snug inside, he's not surviving that blast. Now, for our final set. It is the one and only First Order Star Destroyer. This set is pretty cool, and we're just going to basically say our last goodbyes, because this might not stand pretty well, or too well, against the ground, basically. So, as we all know, the First Order was defeated, and that's what's going to happen to their Star Destroyer. So, without further ado, let's say goodbye. And yeah, they're not surviving much from that.